Good morning. Sorry. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. Um, or welcome back to my channel, whatever the case may be. Uh, sorry. I'm, yeah, still waking up. It's a slow morning for me. Excuse me. Whew. Okay. So I was just getting myself loaded on the computer. Hello, Clint. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Ah, um, yeah, I've been avoiding diamond painting. Well, not really avoiding diamond painting, but I have been focusing on my cross stitching the last few days, and so I am still working on my mandala for the DP Mashup event, and but I have run into a little bit of an issue with some of the colors, not having quite enough. So I'm going to be swapping them out for other colors. Yeah, which means, okay, which means, yeah. So I really don't know what's going on with Katya. Really, no clue. I've been doing pretty good. I'm a little tired, sore. I'm actually gonna swap out the ease, which is this color, for this color. Yeah, but I might use the ease for, like, I've got a little bit in here. I think I'll still use this color for the ease in here, but all it down in here, I'm gonna pull them and change them with this one. Yeah. So tweezers, hello, where's my tweezers? All right. So yeah, we've got new neighbors. Oh, there goes one of the big trucks from new neighbors in number 5. Okay, so with this one, I'm actually using my other tray. Yeah, sorry, I'm still, like I said, I'm still waking up. Still working on waking up. Been awake for a little while, but it's a struggle. Hello to everybody that's here. I did send a link to Katya from Carpe Diem Does Diamond Painting. And I even sent a link to Lorna because Jill, yeah, she won't be joining because she's still busy they're working on their camper still. Yeah, they're still getting their camper worked on. So Lorna, hey Lola, yeah, you're working on molds. Awesome. I'll have to check that out later. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out later. So yeah, I'm still recovering from Thursday. Oh, excuse me. I hope everybody's having a good weekend, Easter weekend. Happy Easter weekend. Wouldn't that be cool if Lorna, and Katya joined in? Then it would just be a two Brits and a Canadian. How's that for the name of a show? Hey, two Brits and a Canadian. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, forewarning, there will most likely be a lot of yawning. Yeah. Because okay, she's busy all weekend. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm behind on her videos. And yeah, I don't go to Facebook all that often. And she's gonna have to give her heck for not messaging me on Messenger, because I sent her the link, the StreamYard link, and she just, yeah, she never messages me anymore. I know she's busy. Yeah, she's a busy girl. Yeah, she's got more of a social life than I do. That's for darn sure. So yeah, we've got a yard sale. Apparently, one of the folks from the A-frame cabins is hosting a yard sale next weekend. Oh, don't you hate it when they just did the drills decide they just want to run free or fly away? That one just went pa-ching somewhere. Don't mind the noise in the background. That's Wolfie just grabbing breakfast.
It's cereal.
I know that. I know the sounds of cereal. Yeah. So Clint, Lola is another Canadian like me, but she lives on the east side of Canada. I live on the west side of Canada. She's also a diamond painter. She's also got a channel. Last time I looked, she's got it was 84 subs. Yeah. So, yeah, Lola's getting up there in subs. I like the way Lola does her videos. Yeah, I like the way Lola does her videos. They're cute. Is this really an E? Yes, it is. That's really an E. Huh. All right. So rounds are so much easier to remove than squares. That's one thing I like about rounds. They're easier to remove than squares. Yeah. I can hear a big diesel truck idling, and I'm thinking that it's the other truck from number 5. Because they got 2 big trucks there, and one has already gone by. Yes, you're east of me. You're at 90 now. Noise. Yay. Oh, there's that drill that ran away. Yay. Okay. So, here we go. Of course, they're going to stick together. fit, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. There. All right. Yeah, that is definitely not enough. Yes, last night you had all the animals, and I really think Rigby was fibbing. I really think Rigby was fibbing to you, telling tall tales. Yeah, he's a tall tale teller. I always thought Saskatchewan was more smack dab in the middle of Canada, but I guess it's kind of east. It's kind of on the western side too, west, middle. You know. You want me to help you get more subs? Well, I don't know how I can help with that. Yeah, Crafting with Love, Clint, he's got over 1,000 subs. I think it's just you got to be patient, and like it's taken me over a year to get this as many as I've got right now. I'm just gonna stick with this. Yeah, stick with this pen. Yeah, I find I'm just got to be patient, work at it slowly. Eventually, you'll get the subs. That's what I'm doing. Yum, yum, yum. Gotta love that coffee. Now that I've got the proper sized coffee filters, I don't have to worry about making a mess with my coffee. Yay. So I don't know how Katya is doing with her DP mashup. I am a few days behind in her videos. There might be one video that I've missed of Lola's so far, but not for long, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to watch like my watch later list. I'm watching from like the newest videos to the oldest. And of course, that's going to take a while. It's going to take a really long time. Especially considering I was watching a live replay of this one YouTube channel. This one video, it's like 4 hours long. I'm almost halfway through it. And that's at like 1.7 times the speed that I'm now watching that I'm watching most of them. I'm watching all of them at 1.7 times the speed. Oh, the truck just shut off. Yeah. I have actually found a playlist on Spotify that I have now been listening to help me go to sleep at night, and it's oh, the cats aren't listening anymore? And I bet Rigby's giving you grief too, isn't he? Telling you, "Don't talk to the cats, they don't care. They're cats." They only care about when their next meal is coming. Darn dogs. Yeah, Rigby's full of crap. Yep. Well, that's actually a really good idea. Half of them into categories? Yeah. Um, I've actually thought about doing that. Because it would make it so much easier and more convenient because there are like because I've got like LawTube videos, I've got diamond painting and craft stitch videos, and I've got there's shorts and then there's assorted videos. There's true crime videos, and it's like, well, trying to watch them all, yeah. It's tricky. It's tricky trying to get. Well, not tricky. It's just time consuming. But I do like the way I've got it set. Like I'm just watching them, and 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 then the shorts kind of break it up. It's frustrating with the ads, and well, Wolfie can help me with an ad blocker, but it only works like if I access YouTube through a browser. I like the categories because some days I can't handle politics, but it's there for when I can and have to catch up. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of politics, I really don't know. My dad actually handed me my elections card. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so this is Elections Canada voter information card. Federal election, Monday, April 28th. To vote, you must be a Canadian citizen, be at least 18 years old on election day, prove your identity and address. Okay, so you got to take the card along with ID to make the voting process easier. And then we got it in French here. And then over here is your personal information, your name and mailing address. And let's see here. So we all know that whereabouts I live. We know that I live in BC. I'm covering, well, yeah. Anyways, so election day is the 28th. Advanced voting days 18, 19, 20, 21. So this weekend. Between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Other ways to vote: vote early at Elections Canada office until Tuesday, April 22nd. So, Kamloops Shoe Shop, Central Rockies. Yeah, so definitely not the same as my hometown. That's okay. So basically, I would have to go to the senior center. We'll have to ask my dad when they're going, if they've already gone. Well, I doubt they've already gone, because if they had already gone, it would have been yesterday. So I'll message my dad and ask him, when are you guys going to go and vote? I'll come with, but I don't know who to vote for. Our friendship depends on what team you pick. Well, I used to vote NDP back when I was married because I married into an NDP family. Plus, the NDP, the guy that was running for that was NDP where I lived, I met him. He was a really nice, awesome guy. And he sorry, I need my coffee before it starts to get too cold. He his platform was for seniors. Um, well, it would be good to have some ideas. Like, I haven't looked into I haven't done any research into the elections because I haven't voted in years. So I don't know who to vote for. I don't know what their platforms are. If if their platforms are if they're pro seniors help, pro disability help, low income uh, aid, that kind of stuff, I will definitely vote for them. If they're gonna fight for if they're gonna fight for the weak, the weak and enfeebled. There we go. The weak and enfeebled. Yeah. NDP is out. They admitted they're not gonna win. Oh. Well, if NDP is for the little man, then I would probably vote NDP. Even if they don't think they're going to win, I'll still vote for them. But only if they're a platform, if they're going to fight for better rights for seniors and those who can't fight for themselves anymore. Those are the people that, well, I'm on disability. My parents are old. Yeah. Okay, these are facts. Liberals are doing tax evasion. Bringing back carbon tax also believes we need more immigrants. Yeah, no more carbon tax. No carbon tax. It's bad enough my boyfriend is with where my boyfriend lives, it costs him $100 a week on gas to get to go to and from work, which is why he doesn't come to visit me that as often as I wish he could. He wishes that he could too, but yeah, he's kind of needs the work. Yeah. And okay, conservative fighting for yeah. Cutting GST, cutting income tax, but keeping healthcare, allowing more doctors and nurses to cross borders. Yeah. NDP isn't a bad vote. Just yeah. Oh, well, definitely not going to vote liberal. Why would I vote liberal? They're doing tax evasion of $5 billion. They want to bring back carbon tax. The immigrants, it depends on the immigrants, right? Oh, it's on hold. Okay. Well, yeah, like I went and I budgeted $50. I had $50 set aside to go towards the cost of gas for my dad's truck. But because of gas price was 132.8. I was able to put $20 in, and my dad got the truck back with just a tiny bit more gas in it than when I took it from him. Yeah. Yep. So basically, that means that we consumed, we used about $20 worth of gas on Thursday with all the driving around. Yeah, it sucks that not enough people are voting. But a lot of people, they don't know who to vote for. A lot of people don't care because they're like, "Oh, my vote won't matter." Well, every vote counts. Every vote adds up. And I know I'm saying this even though I haven't voted in many years, but that's because I've been focused on other things in my life. Um, and right now, with how things are going really good for me right now. Got a fairly stable home life, what with Wolfie being here and my parents close by, and it sucks that I don't have a vehicle of my own that I can use to get around, but that's okay. Um, I've got I don't have to worry about anything right now. The immigrants are in my area. I live in a town of 30,000. We have 35,000 immigrants. Yeah, yeah. Well, you could stockpile gas by like buying, having a whole bunch of jerry cans full of gas. Only downside to that is gas does go stale after a while. What my dad will do is he'll go and he'll fill the gas tank, and and then he'll fill a jerry can with gas, and then just like when he starts to run low on gas in the truck, then he'll just use what's in the jerry can. It just means gassing up less often, of course. And I would probably do that too if I had a jerry can. Especially when the gas price is like really, really low. Like you catch it when it's like really, really low. You go and you fill up. Make sure you've got a few jerry cans that you can stash. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, propane tank. Yeah. My dad has a propane tank at his place, but that's like for the propane for their house. But yeah, you can actually get like some people would have like they have like a secondary gas tank that's on the back of their truck, and like they'll just they'll fill the gas tank in the truck, and then they'll fill the gas tank on the back of the truck, and I guess it's like for farm vehicles. So then they would like they've got the gas in the back of the truck for their farm vehicles. Of course, I'm guessing I could see that being like you could use also use that for like when the gas tank in the truck starts to get run low, then you can just top it off with the gas tank that's in the back of the truck. But yeah, so I'm going to talk to my dad and see about borrowing the truck on Tuesday just to go to take the empties in, cash in the empties and go to the library. Hopefully the library is open on Tuesday because Monday is pretty sure Monday's a holiday. Hello, Four. Hello. Oh, Lola. I wish. What day is Monday? Monday. So yesterday was Good Friday. Tomorrow is Easter Sunday and Orthodox Easter Sunday. And then Monday is Easter Monday. Yeah. So oh, Lola. Oh, goodness. So, actually, Lola shared a little GIF on Messenger of a cat driving. Well, actually, that reminds me of when I used to live. Wait, what molds are you making? Huh. Mm. Sorry. When Wolfie was really little, and we lived in the town. Well, we lived on the outskirts of the town next door. We moved from there to a tiny village. My boyfriend at the time, he had a motorcycle. We had rented a U-Haul truck, cube truck that his older brother was driving, and I was driving the car. I had the car loaded with stuff, and I also had the cats in the car. Well, I had I had a cat laying on each arm, and I had a cat across the back of my neck while I was driving. Thankfully, they weren't very big cats at the time. They were still pretty young. But yeah, that was a bit of a struggle. Yeah, that was quite a bit of a struggle. But yeah, my boyfriend, his motorcycle broke down, and Reddington molds making pens. Huh. Oh, resin molds. Okay. Making pens. Yeah, making pens. That'd be awesome. Actually, I was watching yesterday's video of my favorite channel, What the Hales. They had bought 2 storage units in the same building, and it turned out that both units were had the same owner. And the second unit they got it for $60. $60. And they bought it because it had folding tables in it, and they need folding tables. They bought it for the folding tables. Well, in the larger of the 2 units, they were finding, oh my goodness, the rolls of filament for a 3D printer. And they're like, oh my God, that means there's got to be a 3D printer around here somewhere. I kid you not. They found a 3D printer. I'm like, oh my God, I would love to get a 3D printer, and I would make like my own pens and my own trays, and I could, oh my God, the things that I could make. Things like my kitty. I like my kitty. My steampunk kitty. But it's just crazy, the stuff that they find in the storage units that they get. It's like they got one storage unit for $360. And I kid you not, the stuff that they found in one tote bin was enough to pay off the storage unit. Yeah. And that was like, yeah, and that's not including all the frickin' jewelry that they found. And I'm talking real jewelry, not costume jewelry, like 18 karat gold and 14 karat gold. Necklaces and bracelets and rings and earrings and oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, medical things. If it'll save you money rather than buying the stuff. But then you also got to look at the cost of the filament as well. Now, see, because hydro is included in my rent, I'm not worried about the electricity it'll use to run the machine. But then you also got to make sure that you want the good quality filament, not the cheap stuff. Same with when you're using resin, you want the good quality stuff, not the cheap stuff. And then you got to think, is it going to be worth the cost at the end of the day? Like if I could get Sorry, I'm just a little distracted. These 2 drills look to be way different in size. Yeah, no, that is definitely too small. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if it's cheaper for you to make the things for yourself, then definitely. I would definitely love to make 3D print a bunch of stuff for myself. 3D print a bunch of stuff for my parents. Although they're minimalists. They don't like clutter. They don't like having a lot of stuff, which is interesting because my mom and my stepmom, well, my mom was a pack rat, and my stepmom had a thing for knickknacks. My stepmom was a bit of a shopaholic. And so, yeah, my dad has become quite the minimalist. So they don't, they have a lot of open space. Yeah. And it's like they've got lots of space on their walls. Yeah, yeah. If you've got the file, you can make anything. Like they've got lots of space on their walls for pictures. They just don't have very many pictures up. And they've got like 2 or 3 tote bins in storage in the crawl space underneath their home, full of pictures, and every so often they'll like swap out the pictures on the walls with some of the pictures that they have in storage. And yeah. Yeah, you can make all kinds of stuff. Um I would love to be able to do that kind of stuff, like the resin molds. That'd be awesome to get to do resin molds. But see, the problem that I've got is not just the cost of buying the initial purchase of the supplies and equipment, but I'm limited on space. And I don't have very much storage room. And then there's the risk of moisture, mold damage, that kind of mold, mildew, rot, that kind of stuff with being in a fifth wheel. But I do have my dehumidifier now. Yay! I'm debating about getting a sock knitting machine. Yes. Yeah. Online or cheap to buy, that's awesome too. A sock knitting machine would be awesome. I've tried, like my bonus mom, she's got a sock knitting hoop thingy, and I tried using it, and I just I had issues. For some reason I just couldn't use the damn thing. I tried and tried and tried. And yeah, I gave up. Yeah, I gave up. I'm like, forget it. I guess it's just one of those things that's just not meant to be. So, oh well. C'est la vie. Que sera, sera. You want to start another sweater? Oh my goodness, girl. I love knitting too. I do. It's just, it's hard on the hands. And it's something productive that you can do while you're relaxing. That's pretty cool that you knit too, Clint. That's pretty cool. Knitting is always a good hobby. I'm just gonna see something. Yeah, there's something there. There. Ah. Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, something else that What the Hales found in one of their storage units was a um it's like a printing press. It's a not a printing press. It's goodness, it's for doing t-shirt designs. So they're the so that they've got a lot of different types of t-shirts. Oh, yeah, here, Clint. Let me just give me a second here. No. There. Now, Clint, you can share your link so then Lola can sub. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, you can still knit baby clothes and you could either donate them to hospital gift shops or sell them. I think I mentioned in one or two of my videos, that when I was little, my mom taught me how to knit. Yeah, so Lola, Clint does all kinds of really cool stuff on his channel. He does junk journaling as well as diamond painting and knitting, apparently. Oh my God, my nose just, yeah, there. Yeah, Clint goes live quite often. I don't always catch his lives because I'm so busy with other stuff, with other lives and doing stuff around the house and whatnot. But yeah, um, What the Hales, they've got all kinds of different t-shirt designs that they sell. And now they can actually make their own, and they also have a lot of subscribers and members that actually will make t-shirts and send them as gifts to them. And it's really cool because when they bought the schoolhouse in Otter Creek, they talked, there's like a baseball field next to the school, or so I think. I can't remember now. It's been a little while, but anyways, they talked about starting up a baseball team, and so they're like, oh yeah, what should we name the baseball team? And so they came up with the name Otter Freaks. And then it's like, well, what number would you want to be? Would you want? And so they actually, one of their fans created t-shirts, actually created baseball team t-shirts with their numbers on them, like Jeremy's number 777, I believe. Yeah. And sent them in the mail. Screen printing, yeah, yeah. As your monthly calendar, nice. Yes, I've talked about Clint's channel a few times. Yeah, I actually was telling Wolfie yesterday about What the Hales. Kind of made her sit and listen to me for like half an hour, 45 minutes, talking about all the legal crap that they're going through, and oh my goodness, I'm done the letter E, and I still have lots to spare. So yeah, but there are some E's in the middle here that I think I actually am going to use these ones, but I'm going to put these ones back in here. Yeah, every time I pop into Clint's live streams, he's doing junk journaling. I do have a little box of goodies to send to Clint, and I'm working on another box of goodies to send to Clint of drills, and there's some paper, and there's some I've got, these are hearts that are punched out. I've got some little tiny cherubs as well. See, I'm sending these to Clint also, because it's like, well, once you punch it out, well, I'm not going to throw them out because, well, they're cute. And they could be used for something else. Like the little hearts are from these, right? And I got lots of these, but I will be making more. Oh, hey, Lola, check this out. I've been working on this and working on this, and yeah, it's coming along nicely. Working on number 13. All this yellow in here is going to get done today. Vinyl for t-shirts and cars? You'll have to explain that. Yeah, you'll have to explain that a little. Describe it. What do you mean, med covered? Oh, medication. Okay, okay. A medication covered by the government. Yeah, okay. I understand that. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, that's pretty cool. I hope it helped. Yeah, it's awesome the kind of stuff that you can do if you've got the right equipment. Like, I think I might have mentioned in another video about, like, when I first started diamond painting back in 2020, we were Jag and I were living in a basement suite, and we were friends with the couple upstairs. We actually worked for them, and the owner of the house was actually this rich old guy whose actual house they were painting. So, like, the people that lived upstairs, they had a painting business, and they were hired by this rich old guy to paint his house. And then it turned out that he owned several properties, and he had he had a house that he had an empty house in the city, and he said to them, well, why don't you guys just live there, move in there, then you don't have to like drive like an hour and a half to get to work, because like Jag and I, we were living in the middle of nowhere, and then we would drive to their place, which was in a little town, and I would babysit for them, and then Jag would go with them to the city to paint this guy's house. So we all ended up moving into this house that this guy owned. And Jag and I were in the basement, and then they were upstairs with their 3 kids. And then the world shut down shortly after we moved. Yeah, which royally screwed everything up for everybody. It turned out that this old guy whose house they were working on, he started giving them more and more projects to do, but then getting money from him to cover the costs and whatnot was getting harder and harder to do, and he was getting them to do more than just paint. And it turned out this guy was well, the guy had issues, but he had the money to cover the cost. Decals, iron-on, words for t-shirts. Yeah, decals for car windows. Medicine got it covered. Nice. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, my mom, she used to make the iron-ons. Yeah. Yes, issues. He was rich. He was wanting to make videos in his basement. He was getting them to make a dungeon in one of the rooms in the basement where he could do like videos and stuff like that. And there was going to be like a cage in that room. And oh, I got just enough coffee left for my meds. Okay. This old guy, he yeah, he would walk around naked. Oh, that was barely enough for my meds, but I took my meds. Yeah, yeah. Quite often. Oh my God, the guy had such a sweet little sports car. Oh my God, it was like sex on wheels. Yes, they are, Lola. They are. But I swear, this guy's car, this little sports car of his, it was a 2-seater sports car. Oh my God, it was gorgeous. Oh my God. I swear, that car spent more time in the shop than out, because he sucked at driving. And a lot of his vehicles like were in the shop more than out of the shop. He also had a girlfriend that was like nut job. Oh my God, this woman, like she yeah. Yeah, she one day they got into a big fight, and she drove one of his trucks into another truck of his. Yeah. So of course it needed repairs. And oh God. Yeah, it's just one thing after another, and oh cute. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, rain possible in the next hour. Oh, sorry, my one phone. Oh, he was I don't know what he had for vehicles, but he had a few. He had a nice big gorgeous, oh my god, gorgeous house. Um that they were working on, and but oh my goodness. The guy also had a white substance addiction. The same as my addiction. Yeah. Um, so unfortunately, yeah, it was easy for Jag to get access to this stuff because the stuff was always lying around in this guy's house. And yeah, white stuff. Um, but it's the kind that's cooked, and so it was like taken from a powder to a solid that you could then smoke. Um, and yeah, needless to say, my clean streak didn't stay clean. But I have been clean from this stuff for like 3 years now. Jag found the stuff helped with his PTSD and depression. And yeah, so yeah, I came clean, and I've worked on staying clean. I've been honest. I went through NA. Yeah, I went to NA, went to I even went to AA after I OD'd on alcohol. Started going to started going to AA. Oh my goodness. And excuse me. Yeah, so when I was with Jag, I only did this stuff because it was there and he was doing it as well. Yeah. I wasn't craving it more. I wasn't wanting it all the time like I used to. So, yeah. It lets her be who she is supposed to be? No, no. Well, it does for some people, it gives them extra energy. Other people like me, I become like a zombie. I can't do anything. I just focus on the next hit, basically. And the feelings that I get. But yeah, I'm like a total zombie. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit there and zone right out. And yeah. But I had this friend who, when he did the stuff, like when he would do the stuff at my place with me, he would then turn around and do he would start cleaning my place. Yeah, it's an excuse. But there are other ways to make yourself social rather than relying on that stuff. It's not healthy to rely on a substance, especially an illicit substance, illegal substance, to help you come out of your shell. You need counseling, basically. And I've been in and out of counseling most of my life, and I will admit, yeah, it helps if you get the right kind of counseling, the right kind of counselor. It helps if you get the right kind of the right counselor. Like Wolfie was telling me about her most recent ex. He was seeing a counselor about I guess, about his PTSD or whatever, and she said something that triggered him, and he blacked out, and his anger took over. And yeah, one of the reasons why she broke up with him, because he can't control his anger. You can't be with someone like that. Yeah. Yeah, see, your family and friends can go to counseling all they want to be able to cope with dealing with you and your substance issues, but if you yourself don't go to the counseling, you refuse to go to counseling, well, then it's basically, it comes down to your friends and family basically have to cut ties with you until you choose to actually do something. And most don't want to. Like, there are some people out there that they're functioning addicts, which means they it doesn't interfere with their work. Like my brother, he's a function. I don't know if he still is, but he was a functioning addict. He was doing the white, according to my sister, he was doing the white stuff in order to be able to keep up with working 4 jobs. 1 full-time, 3 part-time. But then he ended up quitting like 1 or 2 of those jobs after doing that for a year because he was starting to burn out. It was starting to get to him. And I think part of the reason why he became such an asshole is because of too much of the white stuff. Because it does, yeah, it starts affecting your mental health, and yeah. Um, yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, you can't. You can't be clean and stay clean if you're living with your dealer and living with other people that still do the stuff. It's next to impossible. It's not completely impossible, but it's next to impossible. Like, I quit. I actually managed to quit smoking cigarettes while still living in the same house with Jag and our landlord, both of whom smoke cigarettes. But I've done it before. I have greater restraint when it comes to that. But because yeah, when Jag and I were living in an apartment together, just the 2 of us, I actually did quit smoking for like a year. But then the stress got to me. It is very hard to quit. But it was easy for me to quit at that point in time because I made a conscious decision to quit, and it just didn't really affect me until the stress got to be too much. And when the stress got to be too much, that's when I started smoking again. And yeah, when I quit for the last time, it was because I realized the only reason that I was actually smoking by that point in time was because I needed something to keep my hands busy. Even though I was diamond painting, it was still like, yeah. Every so often I get these ads on my phone. Oh yeah, buy your cigarettes from us and you'll get a discount and this and that. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. The stress that I'm under. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, something stressful like that, stressful, depressing, will definitely make a person start smoking again. Something like that would definitely do it. I could see my dad start smoking again if my bonus mom passes away. before he does. Oh, I could see him doing that. I could also see him not being around for very much longer after she passes. Yeah. But yeah, they say highly intelligent people have very highly addictive personalities, which means it's easy for them to get addicted to illicit substances. Well, it's easy for them to become addicted to anything, really. I have an ex he is a very highly intelligent, and he said that's why he's never tried experimenting with illicit substances, because he's like, he knows that he could become easily addicted. Yeah, no, I wouldn't tell my dad to quit. He quit. My dad, he quit. He smoked for decades, and then he quit when we were when us kids were little. He quit, but then he started again. I can't remember when or why, but he did at some point while we were still young. And might have had something, most likely it was the trigger had to do with my mom's health. But yeah, he quit again not long after meeting my bonus mom. Like she suffers from asthma, and she only has one lung, so cigarette smoke is not good for her to be around. Yeah. So he started smoking out. Well, at that point in time, there was no smoking in the house. Because when my dad and my stepmom decided they wanted to sell the house, they stopped smoking inside and started smoking outside. And they went and they painted the walls and they cleaned the place up. Because it's harder to sell a place that stinks of cigarette smoke. Yeah. So they stopped smoking in the house. Yeah, you have the equivalent of one lung. Yeah, she also is apparently allergic to cats. Yeah. And yet I was living in their motorhome with my cat for several months, like a couple years ago, 3 years ago now. Yeah, coming up on 3 years ago. And it didn't stop her from going in there to clean every so often. Yeah. So I don't really think she's allergic to cats anymore, because allergies change over time. Yeah. You moved into an apartment where the people smoke all day. 2 people. Yeah, my sister, she lived in a little tiny cabin. A little tiny one-room cabin. Well, one-bedroom cabin. It was a small cabin. She barely lived in the thing. It was basically a place for her to sleep at night, but the previous tenant smoked and spent most of his time smoking and eating and watching TV. And it's like when she was home, she was cleaning, like scrubbing everything in the cabin. And one day while she was at work, she had me come over and I scrubbed one side of the refrigerator. That's all I did, was scrubbed one side of the refrigerator. Oh yeah, that's pretty gross. That is pretty gross, yeah. What's really sad is when you live with someone that smokes all the time and they don't realize that the brown streaks on the wall are from the nicotine and the moisture. It's like, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. But yeah, I spent like 2 hours just scrubbing the one side of the refrigerator from the nicotine. I didn't get the whole thing done either, because it was just that bad. But yeah, it was like everything was like nicotine stained and greasy. And she didn't live there for very long. She lived there for, I don't know, 2, 3 months, maybe a little bit longer than that. But yeah, she was hardly ever home because she worked and she socialized a lot. Yeah. Your stalker is here. Yay! Hi, Shells. Hello, Shells. Welcome, welcome, Lola Stalker. The stalker of the Lola. Well, since we have a stalker in here, let's talk about stalkers. I don't have any yet. Well, I guess you guys are kind of like stalkers because you're watching me. You're watching what I'm doing. Ooh, I could tell you stories about crazy stalkers. But yeah, they're not my stalkers. I was telling Wolfie about it yesterday. My favorite YouTube channel. I think everybody's tired of hearing me talk about my favorite YouTube channel this, my favorite YouTube channel that. My favorite YouTube channel should be my own. Oh, you have one, but they've been quiet for a year. You're Clint is a silly stalker. Yeah. Yes, he's a silly stalker. He also messages me outside of YouTube. But then again, so does Lola. Oh goodness, Lola, I was telling Wolfie the other day about how when your boyfriend kicks the bucket, you're gonna come here and you're gonna live with us. And she's like, "Where's she gonna sleep? We live in a fifth wheel." I'm like, "She's so small, she'll just fit in your back pocket." I thought you said you're 4'11", but you're small. I'm like, yeah, she's tiny. She's so small. She'll fit in your back pocket. And she's like, yeah. Then we'll threaten people. We'll pull her out and throw her at people. Careful, or I'll throw my Lola at you. No, I told her by that time, most likely I'll be in a bigger camper. Yeah. I'd like to find a 2-bedroom camper. I'd use one for storing my diamond paintings and my craft supplies. You're small, you'll fit in there. We'll tuck you in the corner. I'll bring your ashes. Yeah, Yeah, we'll have to get a mantle. We'll mount a mantle on the wall, and we'll put his ashes on in a really nice, pretty 3D printed urn and mount and set it on the mantle. Ooh, I just had a naughty thought. Next time the property manager is out here cutting the grass, I should do a little video, do a little recording, and then you can see. Then you can get an eyeful, get a little peek at the eye candy. Oh God, terrible thoughts. He does not have a dad bod. Let's put it that way. I do like that. I do like dad bods. There's one dad bod in particular that I really like. I wish. How old is he? I don't know. I really don't know. Like in his 40s? Ooh, Shells gets to see a lot of eye candy tonight. Ooh, nice. My property manager, he's okay. I like men with a hairy chest. I do. I like men with a hairy chest. And this guy, yeah, he's got a hairy chest. He's also got a tattoo on his stomach. I don't know. It looks like, I'm trying to think of what it looks like. It looks like a I don't know. It makes me think of a wood stove. I don't know. Not sure if their wives will. Shells? Oh my goodness. What the heck? Oh. If they're not careful, we'll throw a little Lola at them. But yes, he has a very nice physique because he's very active. Well, he's the property manager of not just this place, but at least 2 other places, and 2 other places that he's mentioned. And yeah, so very active. Yep. So yeah, he does a lot of yard work here without a shirt on. So yeah, and last year he used to didn't mean to touch you. Yeah, he's tall, taller than me. I like arms and jeans. Yeah, he wears jeans. And I bet if Wolfie can hear me, she's probably rolling her eyes, shaking her head. Oh my God, that mother of mine. But see, I know how to look and admire and enjoy without touching. Yeah, no, I don't touch the merchandise. I wait until my man shows up, comes to visit. Yeah. She'll understand one day. Oh no, she already understands. She just shakes her head, rolls her eyes, shakes her head, walks away. Yeah. Yeah, see, Wolfie, she when she was younger, she was I don't know how old she was, but she was younger. Um she found my stash of books one day. Books like Kama Sutra. Yeah, and she had browsed through them, and yeah, she was like preteen, teenager age. It was back when I was married. Old and deprived. Yeah. Yes. Well, she's not that old, but she's also deprived because her boyfriend lives. Yes, she's dating again, but her boyfriend lives in the States, and this new one is 23 years old. Yes, girls, he's a youngin'. He's a youngin'. She's 28. He's 23. Not that big of an age gap, but yeah, he's young. But yeah. I don't know what else to say about that except yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Anywho, the things you especially this one, Lola. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you definitely have to train them a lot. Um anyways, moving on. Mm. Yeah, you don't want to babysit a 23-year-old. Yeah, yeah, true. That's why I like him a little bit older. Mine is my boyfriend's a little bit older than me. He's turning 40. Oh my god. 48. Wait, what the hell? Oh my god. How? Okay, this is okay, this is bad. This is so bad. Uh yeah. I am turning I am turning 48 in October. For a while now, I kept thinking that I was 48. See, yeah. So my boyfriend is turning 48 at the end of next month, at the end of May. Oh my goodness, you girls. So yeah, my boyfriend is turning 48 at the end of May. I will be turning 48 in October. So yeah, he's just a few months older than me. Oh my god. Yeah, so you see how bad my squirrel brain is? For the last few months I kept thinking that I was already 48. And it's like, wait, no. I'm 47. Wolfie is I just about said Wolfie's 48. Wolfie is 28. She just turned 28 in January. Yeah. Yes, that means I was 19 when I had her. I was 18 when I got knocked up. I was still in high school. But I did graduate from high school before I had her. Yeah. I didn't go to my grad ceremony. Don't know why I didn't go, but I didn't go. Yeah. October 14th. And that's your grandma's birthday? Cool. Yeah, my birthday is the 23rd of October. I have a foster sister with the same birthday as me. And it was really cool. Actually celebrated my birthday at the foster home one year. And in the dining room, like, okay, so the foster home was at the time on a farm. So they had a few acres of land. They had a couple of cows, they had a horse. At one point in time they had chickens, at one point in time they had pigs. Actually I think they still had the chickens. I can't remember now. But yeah, so but anyways, they had, because it was a farm. Oh, wow. You should take some time to think about that. Well, while I was pregnant with Wolfie, I got my grade 12 through the Learning Center, um, which is kind of like a community college. Yeah, yeah, the schools don't really like it when you go back to school after you've had a kid, because it paints a bad image for other kids around the same age. And it's like, well, what about your education? Hello? Yeah. But actually, I think I mentioned in one of my videos about how I finished my grade 12, and like, because I was in grade 12 when I got pregnant. But when I finished grade 12, I was 3 credits short of officially graduating, being able to graduate. Because you have to have a certain amount of credits in order to graduate. And yeah, I was 3 credits short. So I ended up, while I was pregnant, I went and was staying at this group home for young pregnant girls. And one of the requirements of staying there was you had to go to school at the Learning Center. And so I was going to school there, and I got the 3 credits I needed to actually get my high school diploma. But I still had like another month or so of going to school. So I guess I got extra credits. Yeah, I got extra credits. I ended up getting like 2 extra credits. But yeah, I got my English. No, I got my English later when Wolfie was little. Um, got my English 12, because in high school, grade 13, because you're a nerd. Well, the schools in Ontario are weird, because the schools in Ontario go to grade 13. I lived in Ontario briefly. Wolfie and I lived in Ontario briefly. and she went to school briefly. And yeah, that's how I know that Ontario goes to 13 grades. Yeah, Ontario's weird in that way. But I liked living in Ontario. We lived in Fort Erie, Ontario. Yeah, I liked living there. Didn't live there long enough to miss the mountains, but had to move back to BC to fight for custody of my two little ones because my ex-husband decided that he'd fight for custody of them because the ministry in Ontario are assholes and they think they're God. They have a God complex. They think they're perfect and they can get away with taking away your child just because you're in a shelter. Yeah. I was looking for a place for the four of us to live. The four of us and our two cats. And in the meantime, we were staying in a shelter. Oh, wow. I know someone who went to kindergarten twice, but that was because he was a dumbass. But I could see you having to go because you were shy. You'd have to be like super shy. I know I was. Wolfie, oh my goodness, Wolfie. I thought she was going to have to repeat kindergarten because of being so super shy. Yeah, to the point where I would actually have to sit in the back of the classroom while she was at school. There a few times. Same thing when she was in grade 1. There were a few times when I had to sit. I sat out in the hallway so that at a spot where she could see me. Yeah, she had separation anxiety because of the ministry. But then in grade 2, my friend had a baby. She was pregnant, obviously. To her kid, she didn't know. They took her baby the second day because the father is abusive and the mom might be. Yeah, we went to court. I was a witness. The judge said, "Did she hurt her baby?" No. Then come back when she does and give her kid back. Yeah, exactly. Well, with me, what happened was they started printing out my file, and yeah, they started printing out my file in Ontario, my file from BC, and they told me based on the information that they had at that point, they were concerned that the children's basic needs were not being met. Seriously, they had a roof over their heads. They each had their own bed. There was a fridge full of food. There was a laundry room just down the hall. And when the social workers showed up, I was actually doing laundry. Like, what basic needs were not being met? Right? And if I had refused to let them take the kids then, at that point in time, they would have come back with a warrant and the police and forcibly removed the children from my care, and I would have lost my parental rights to my children. Yeah. So they took all 3 kids and they put my son into one foster home in one town in Welland, and the 2 girls went to another foster home in St. Catharines. And then, but then I was granted visitation with the kids, and so they set it up. so that I could have visitation. And oh yeah, it was, yeah, right. And at the time, no, it wasn't in Welland because I was in a shelter in Welland. That's right. So no, they didn't have him in the foster home wasn't in Welland because I was in the shelter in Welland. Um, because apparently the children cannot be in a foster home in the same town as the parents are in that part of Ontario, right? So I was in the foster home for not, I was in the shelter for like 2 weeks. And when they took the kids, I was like, well, what if I find a place within 2 weeks? Will I get the kids back? And they're like, we would address that. We would address the situation at that point in time. Well, within 2 weeks, I had found a place. But because I didn't, because the kids had been taken from me, I was no longer eligible to stay in the 2-bedroom apartment at the shelter. I actually had to move into the women's section of the shelter. Um, so I had my own room in the women's section of the shelter, and I was driving to Niagara Falls to pick up my boyfriend that was living in Niagara Falls, and we would travel around and look for a place to rent. A former landlord of his in Fort Erie told him, well, yeah, actually the front half of my house is it's being renovated right now, but you can definitely rent that. It's 3 bedrooms. And it's like, well, that'd be perfect because then that would be a bedroom for Wolfie and a bedroom for the 2 little ones to share, and then a bedroom for my boyfriend and I. And the landlord was like right there, and at the back of the back part of the house, plus upstairs was also part of the landlord's house residence. And it's like, well, that's perfect. So after 2 weeks of being in the shelter, enough of the renovations had been done that we could actually move into the house. They were still working on it, but it was livable enough. So then so I told the social workers, and they're like, okay, well then, but then they're like, oh, well, no, your boyfriend can't be living with you. It's like, oh, lovely. Because of reports from, yeah, he was living with a friend and his girlfriend and kid and their kids, or her kids or their kids. I can't remember which. But yeah, docs for not visiting. Yeah, well, they had made arrangements so that I could visit with the kids at their at their office, right? Um, and it's supposed to be like unsupervised visits, right? And yeah. Anyways, let me think here. So, of course, these visitation rooms, they've got like a big mirror on the wall, and of course, like there's most likely a video, like surveillance camera or somebody in a room on the other side of that wall, on the other side of that mirror watching, right? Um, but they did actually end up letting us have, like, my boyfriend at the time be in during the unsupervised visits, and I got to like all 3 of the kids would show up, and they actually had the girls would show up in a taxi, and then a foster parent would bring my son, and and then Wolfie started going to school, and Like, they're like, well, do you want her to go to school in Fort Erie or in St. Catharines? And I'm like, well, in Fort Erie, because then when I get her back, she doesn't have to switch schools. So they're like, okay, well, that's fine, not a problem. So then, yeah, yeah, CPS sucks. They do, they suck. But I got her registered at the school in Fort Erie, which was not very far from where we were living in Fort Erie. And I'm just going to continue with this color. And so then she was getting a taxi. A taxi was taking her from the foster home in St. Catharines to the school in Fort Erie. And of course, the ministry was paying for it. Your molds are looking good? Right on. Right on. That's awesome. And then at one point, the social worker comes to me and is like, yeah, we're running low on funding for transportation for your daughter to go to and from school. So we were hoping that you could start driving her, pick her up in the morning, take her to school. And I'm like, are you going to pay? Okay. Are you going to pay for my gas for me to be able to go drive to St. Catharines to pick her up and bring her back to Fort Erie for school? Plus the fact that legally I'm not allowed to know where the foster home is. And they're like, no, we're not going to pay for your gas. Well, I'm on income assistance. I can't afford to be driving to St. Catharines every morning to pick up my child because you took her from me. And now you're wanting me to do this for you? No, that's not going to happen. So she missed one day of school, and somehow they mysteriously found the funding to be able to continue to pay a taxi to drive her to and from school. Because I told them, no, I will drive her to and from school if she's living with me. But not before that, because legally I'm not allowed to know where the foster home is. And it also wouldn't be fair on her sister either, for me to suddenly show up at the foster home and pick up her sister and not her, right? That would be very traumatizing to my younger child. So, yeah. And then my ex-husband, he decided that he wanted custody of the two younger ones because they were in foster care. He wanted custody of them. So he actually got himself a lawyer, and it went to a judge, and I was supposed to be given 30 days to respond because I was in another province. I was issued a subpoena and whatnot. And yeah, I was supposed to be granted 30 days, and I was not granted 30 days. He was granted temporary interim custody. And yeah, I didn't even have a lawyer of my own in BC to do anything about it. And he was granted custody, and social services, they paid for, he got a ride from a friend of mine to the airport, and the ministry paid for a plane ticket for him to fly to Toronto, Ontario. And the social worker picked up the two kids and drove them to the Toronto airport, met up with him there, and then he flew back with them. And then my friend picked them up from the airport and brought them back to his place. Yeah. Well, the last visit that I had with my little ones, with all three of my kids before before the two little ones came back to BC. I actually, it was one of the little ones was sick. I think it was my daughter. Yeah, so I didn't even get to see her and say goodbye to her. And when Wolfie found out what was going on, because I told her, she started crying. Because I told her, and she's like, well, this is what happened. She actually finally opened up and told me, well, this is what I saw before we left, before we even moved to Ontario. It's like, oh, really? He was, yeah. Yeah, she saw something that she shouldn't have. And it was the reason why she was crying. Like, she was upset that her brother and sister were leaving and going back to be with this man. He may be their father, but still, like, it wasn't until later that he ended up getting arrested for some stuff. But anyways, yeah. Oh no, your internet froze? Well, that sucks. Welcome back. Yeah, he anyways. Yeah, the day that I got approved for a lawyer through legal aid, I was told that yeah, my two little ones were going back to Toronto, and at the same within a week, I was getting Wolfie back. It's like, oh, wonderful. I think they were more concerned about the two little ones being with me rather than Wolfie because of the age gap. Because Wolfie was 9 when her sister was born. Yeah, she was 9 when her sister was born. Or she turned 9. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah. Something like that. She was she was 8 turning 9 when her sister was born. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, it's just depressing stuff from my past. It doesn't affect me as badly as it used to, partly because of time. Yeah, my meds helped a lot, my antidepressants. Hello, Regina. Hello. It's raining, the wires. For some reason, I thought you said it's raining and the tires get wet, so we have troubles. I did struggle. At that point in time, I was struggling because I had actually stopped taking my meds. I was not on my antidepressants when they took the kids from me. So, it was a bit of a struggle, but I, eventually, what color? Squirrel brain. I look at the canvas and it's like, well, there's the A's. Am I working on A? And I'm looking around. Am I working on A? No, I'm working on L. Oh my goodness. Frustrating. I hate, sometimes having a squirrel brain really sucks. Other times, it's lots of fun. Yeah. So I would love to be able to sell a bunch of diamond paintings at the yard sale that's coming up next weekend. I don't know. I can only sell the ones that I personally have purchased, because the other ones, the ones that my friend sent me, those ones have to go back to her unless she said that I could keep them. And any that she said I can keep, well, I'm not going to be selling those ones. Like, I'm not going to sell Carousel Dreams is one that's going back to her. But like My Little Helpers, well, I'm definitely never going to sell that one. She said I can keep it, and of course I'm keeping it. I'm not going to sell it. The Dreamcatcher Wolf, I'm not going to sell that one because that one was actually done for Wolfie. I could probably sell my Skeleton Woman and my Cheshire Cat, maybe. Ones like that, yeah, I could sell. Yeah. Albinism? I don't know about that one. A 3-year-old special needs. Uh, oh wow. Yeah. I could just imagine the hoops that you'd have to jump through for fostering. Like my foster parents, they had like I said, they had a farm. The older kids worked the farm, helped keep them out of trouble. The younger kids just had to stay out from underfoot. And because it was a farm, um, it was basically you had to stay outside during the day. You could come inside for meals, like for lunch and uh, and dinner. Um, After dinner, you could stay inside. I can't remember what we did after what we would do after dinner, but yeah. Um, I guess we played in our rooms or whatever. We very seldom. It was very. I really don't have very many memories of watching TV at the foster home, but I know like they albino awareness event. You mentioned it. Okay. So maybe you didn't see the video. I might not have seen the video yet, but I think that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go through my watch later list and I'm going to find them. Actually, you know what? I'll just go to your channel and I'll scroll through what you've got on your channel. Oh, have I seen this one yet? I'll click on it. If there's a check mark, yes, I've seen it. I'll go on to the next one. Is there a check mark? No? Okay, I'm watching. watching the Lola. Yeah. But yeah, the foster home that I that we spent time at, the majority of the time that we were there, it was not under foster care. It was just we were just staying with friends of the family while my mom was sick. But they had an outhouse. So like, yeah, you had to stay outside. And if you had to go to the bathroom, well, there's the outhouse. Yeah, we had to catch a bus to go to school because we were the the farm was outside of city limits. And yeah. And there was on average about 13 kids living there at a time. And the bus would come and pick us up to go to school. And like some of us we each went to different schools. And then after school you came home. Oh, I think I remember. Yeah, I think I did see, yellow canvas. I don't girl, you know I only have, like, 2 canvases. 3, I've got 3, but, one my Captain Caveman is for August. So, I've got Third Eye and I've got my Hungry Cookie Monster, basically. And right now, I'm, focused on my cross stitch until it's done. Once it's done, then I'm gonna go back to diamond painting. 'Cause I wanna finish the butterfly and cat, and I'm getting there. A couple more days and I should have it done. So is that event is the albinism event for, May? If so, then yeah, I've got enough time. I think I might have talked about yeah, okay, for May. Yeah. And of course, I am not able to buy any more diamond paintings. Um, Wolfie told me this morning how much is in her account, and that's all the money we got until next payday, which really sucks. We basically have enough for milk and water for until next payday. Cause yeah, she likes her cereal and she drinks a lot of water. So got to make sure that there's enough milk and water in the house. But yeah, we'd also have to cash in our empties still. And I want to do that at some point next week. 50%. So half of it's got to be yellow. Oh no, I'm not worried about borrowing any money. Don't worry. No. If I really need money, then I can get a small loan from this one website that I've dealt with before called Bree, BREE. I can do like I can get a loan from them, and then they just I just pay back the loan when I get paid. And I keep the loans really small. Like I could get a loan for up to like $350 if I really wanted to. If I really needed the money. But of course, having the money, being able to afford to pay that back, I would not be able to do it in one lump sum. That's for darn sure. So I keep it. If you have yellow, I think she'll let you in. My third eye, my third eye. Let me see how much yellow I've got in my third eye. I know that sounds weird, but just give me a second. Let's see. Yellow? Yellow? No. These ones are close to yellow, but they're also green. But yeah, this is all the yellow I got for my third eye. So, yeah. No, that's all I got for yellow. And a lot of black. A lot of black. Well, if this is one and this is one, then whatever. Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I got for my third eye. Not enough yellow. I would join, but like you just saw, there's not enough yellow. My Santa Claus does not have any yellow at all. No, my Santa Claus does not have any yellow at all. It's also more than half done. Cross stitch. You have a gnome cross stitch pattern? Wait. Let me see what I got for cross stitch. Well, I got my Bookie Dragon. Woohoo! I haven't started anything on it yet. It's kitted out, but that's it. That's all it's done. Let me see what else I got here. My tree. That's already done. I got my I got this kitty. Still barely anything done on this kitty. This kitty. I got a fair bit. I got a lot done on this one. I got hold on. This is a counted Benji Tiger. Counted cross stitch. It's an 18 count. Oh joy. So yeah, it's a counted. Yeah, there's like very little yellow in this one. Oh, damn. You know what I just realized? Wow, seriously? Okay, so this is a sealed bag. This is apparently the threads for the canvas. Here's the canvas. Here's wow, here's the pattern. But it's like this is like the top half of the head. Only. Like seriously, like it's like 5 inches by 7 inches. So it's only like the top freaking half of the face. Well, that sucks. Seriously, it's just this part of the tiger. Why would I want just that part of the tiger? I'm going to have to talk to my friend and say, look, this tiger sucks. Well, this tiger cross stitch sucks because it's not the full, it's only like this much. It's only this freaking much. It's like, this is it. That's it. See? Stitched size, 5 inches by 7 inches. 12.7 centimeters by 17.78 centimeters. This is it. That's it. Wow. And then it gives you, what does it say? Stitch point, strands, DMC, yards, color. And stitch point, color. Yeah, like black, white, blend, cross stitch, back stitch, straight stitch, couching stitch. You'll do it? I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you, definitely. It's coming to you. I'm gonna tell my friend, look, this, I'm sending it to my friend. Because like, look at this. Like, it also says needle may be enclosed. Well, I'm going like this. Going like this. No. 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 Grr. shake my fist and grr at it. So I'm going to put it back into this baggie. This baggie's not big enough. I'll put it into a bigger baggie and I'll package it up and I'm sending it to you, Lola. Oops. All right, what else? What else do I have in here? I got my little, oh, that's a knitting pattern. I don't know why that's in there, but it is. All right. Oh, that shouldn't be in there. That should be with my other pictures. This little tree I got from the dollar store is so cute. It's got the colors. Yeah, it's a counted cross stitch, of course. And then my little birdies. My little birdies. God, I haven't opened this one in a while. Okay, so my little birdies. It's a 14 count. That sucks. I've never done a 14 count. I've only, of course, worked on 11 count. But there's no yellow. There's no yellow. Instructions. Dream pattern. Oh, wait. So yeah, it goes on here. And then here's the pattern. Chart. Full stitch, back stitch, back stitch. Yeah. Well, that's these 3 birds on this side. This. And then here's the 3 birdies on this side. Yeah. So full stitch, back stitch, back stitch. So 1 strand, 2 strands. So 1 strand for 14 count. Okay. 2 strands for 11 count. And then the back stitch here, 2 strands for 18 and 14, 4 strands for 11. Okay, Lola, you're going to have to teach me. Do you put lemons on the trees and count it as yellow? Ooh, there's an idea. I think, Lola, you and I are going to have to go on live stream together. Like, not live stream, but like video together. And you can work with me on the tree. Yeah. And I actually have yellow. Raimi! Hello! So, Raimi, Lola and I, we were just talking about the albinism. There's an albinism event in May. So you need some a project that's got lots of yellow. So we were just going through, I don't have a diamond painting that I can do, but we're just going over my cross stitch kits. And so I'm going to do a cross stitch. I'm going to be doing this little tiny tree from the dollar store. And Lola said, add some lemons and count it as yellow. So I do have some yellow floss that I will pull out to work on this. Yes. And it's bugging me seeing the French there. So there, divide thread and use 2 strands. That's better. Sorry, I'm not a French Canadian. There we go. Yay! All right, Lola, what link did you just post? What's that link? Is that Raimi's channel? So now I've got my cross stitch kits all over the place. Huge mess everywhere. Chaos. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna leave the tiger out. Package it up. Kits away. Actually, it's a good thing that I made this mess. All right. Ha! Oh, the yellow event. Okay, okay. I have a project. Well, several. I'm sure there's yellow. Oh, it's a birthday gift. Ah. So I actually just got my cross stitch container, storage container organized. So yeah, Lola, when you have some free time, call me on Facebook Messenger, and we can talk. We can FaceTime, because I need some help with cross stitching. Yeah. I'm also very curious about how you store your leftover floss, because you see in my videos how I store my leftover floss, and it's just temporary for now. But I need ideas on a better way to store my floss. And I do believe I remember you saying something about binder, storing your floss in a binder. Rami, do you cross stitch? Because if you cross stitch, then time for music and eye candy in Maine. Ooh, floss drops. Ah. Oh, you used to cross stitch? Well, you could always join us, and the three of us could just chat. You can diamond paint, and Lola can do whatever she wants to do while I cross stitch and learn to do counted cross stitching. Yeah. So, give me a second. I have something that I could probably use. Oh, goodness. Oh, crap. I do believe it's in storage, actually, if I still have it. Oh, it's it's right here. Duh. So back when I used to cross a scrapbook, oh, I told Lola whenever she's not busy to call me. But when I used to scrapbook, I also used to do what's called ATCs, or artist trading cards. So I have this. I made this binder myself. Yeah. This was back when I was married. And yeah, the pages are sticking. But yeah, I was not really that great at it, but it was fun to pass the time. Yeah. I got Mickey Mouse stickers in here. Birthday stickers. Yeah, some moisture got into it, and that's why the pages are sticky. But like you can see, this one here these are metal, and they got wet, and so they got rusty, and the rust, yeah. But yeah, I love cats. Here, kitty, kitty. Yeah, so there's, I've done a whole bunch. This thing is just, yeah. I haven't actually gone through this in a long time. But yeah. Yeah, this is I could definitely show this off. Some of the stuff that's in here. I love some of these that I did. And then over time they've the little bits of moisture have done interesting things to them. Like this one here, there's 2 keys and I'm just gonna say a fleur-de-lis. It's not an actual fleur-de-lis, but like the rest, yeah. Like, anyways, oh my god, now I'm all caught up, hung up on looking at these. Oh goodness. And then I've got some that were trades. Some of these Wolfie even did too. At one point in time, she did some. But yes, these ones on this page are from other people. And then these as well from other people. And I've got several, oh my god, several stuck pages at the back. So yeah, I could actually use this for my floss. I did have an actual binder with a bunch of these in it, and I got rid of it because, yeah, just because I just didn't think I'd ever use them. Okay, where am I? 2 3-inch 3-ring binders for my drills. Yeah, I left behind a large box full of binders when I moved, and I love those, the thick, nice big binders. Oh, what am I doing? And of course I knocked over my drills. Bravo. Absolutely fabulous. Oh, wow. I'm such a mess. Anywho, yeah. Oh. Okay, so these tweezers work best for the rounds. Yeah, me and my squirrel brain. Don't think things through when I do stuff at times. But rounds are so easy to deal with in situations like this. Yeah. Especially considering the tack. Oh, goodness. This is really not sticky. Really not sticky. These drills, they slide around so easily. Okay, now let's see. Is that all? It's nice to be able to tell from looking at the background. And yeah, looks good. All right. So, little piece of trash. Oh, glitter! Oh my goodness. Don't piss off Lola. She'll send you glitter. um well, as you can see, it's like almost 11:30. And we're still live. That's because Jill is not doing a live. She's slacking on the live streams. No, she's she's busy. Her and Tom are busy. They're still working on their camper, getting it ready for camping season. So yeah, she did warn me ahead of time. Well, not warn me, but she did let me know ahead of time that she's not doing a live because of working on the camper. So yeah. And apparently Katya is also busy. So that's why I'm all by my lonesome. I did send Lorna I sent Lorna a link, but I guess she's probably sleeping. Yeah, because of the time difference, right? They're 8 hours ahead in the UK from me. Yeah. So I really don't know how much longer I'm going to go. I'm just going to go and go and go. I have been thinking about going live, doing live streams during the week as well. Because Lorna introduced this other live streaming program where I can do up to 30 hours a month in 2-hour intervals. And I thought, I could use that and go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 2 hours each day. So I could do that, but that's just more work. I just, there are days where I just want to lay in bed and just stay in bed. Yeah. Oh, I don't think, well, I don't think, yes, the lives do count as hours watched. I don't think you need very many to be able to go live. I really don't know. I just one day decided to start doing live streams, and I can't remember how many subs I had at the time. I just went onto StreamYard and started doing a live stream. So I really don't know. I guess you could like Google it. Or you can like go to StreamYard and then you click on like you go into StreamYard. You need 30 bajillion more hours. Just give me a second here. Dory. Dodo. Okay, StreamYard. All right, StreamYard. So this is the StreamYard app. I was able to get the app on this phone. The other one, the phone that I'm actually currently using, I can't get the app on it. But on the home screen, once you've created the account, you hit create live stream, and like destinations, like you can see here's the different destinations. See YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram Live. For me, there's also Hopin and other platforms, right? So I've already got the YouTube destination set up. So then I would just create live stream, and this is my destination. See this one here? So here you can also select a destination. Like I just stick to the basics. Because I don't pay for recording. I don't pay for StreamYard. I only use the free. They won't actually record. They don't actually, StreamYard actually does not record it. So instead, I go to down here, you got home, destinations, and library. I tap library. I have no recordings, and that's because they don't record if you, but like, see here, it's showing I tapped past streams and recordings. I tapped past, and it's got all of the ones that I've done, but these are for streams, not recordings. So these are all live streams. Let's see, enter studio, view on YouTube, delete broadcast. So I could, yeah. Anyways, I've never done that before, so that's pretty cool. Anywho, what are the benefits for using StreamYard? Well, you can multi-stream. You can stream to different platforms, like I just showed you. For destinations, like you can multi-stream at the same time. You can actually live stream to YouTube, Twitter, and even Facebook. You can live stream to all three at the same time, and Twitch, like all at the same time, right? And then like you can add other people. Like you can have, like when you can have multiple people. If you have like if you pay for it, here I go again. Yeah. If you pay, all right, so advanced. Here's the advanced plan. Full HD, 4K local recordings, custom logos, overlays, backgrounds, multi-streaming to 8 destinations, unlimited streaming, on-air webinars, 1,000 viewers, and much more. So, yeah. Excuse me. Let's see. Account settings. Ooh. Okay. Billing. So I'm on the free plan. So apparently, yeah, you can 1 of 2 seats used. I don't know what team seats means or storage. Yeah, the free plan is limited to 20 hours per month of live streaming and recording. let's see, upgrade. So upgrade your plan to grow your audience and brand. So build monthly or build yearly, you get 22% off. So for free, StreamYard logo in your streams, streaming limits, limited storage, dark mode, local recordings, 2 hours a month, 6 on-screen participants, and 2 seats. Core, full HD, no StreamYard logo, multi-stream, 3 destinations, logos, overlays, backgrounds, reusable studios, 10 on-screen participants, pre-recorded streams for up to 2 hours, unlimited streaming and recording, live streams are recorded, unlimited local recordings, custom RTMP destinations, guest destinations, 50 hours of permanent storage, intro and outro video, AI clips, custom referral message. And I think you can also have like up to 10 people. 15 backstage participants, nice, on the advanced. Everything, so you would get, with the advanced, you'd get everything that's on here that I just read out, plus 4K local recordings, multi-stream, 8 destinations, extra camera, 15 backstage participants, pre-recorded streams up to 4 hours, on-air webinars, 1,000 viewers, custom fonts, download transcripts, and 4 seats. Oh my God. Then there's Teams. Everything in advanced, plus on-air webinars, 10,000 viewers, green room, pre-recorded stream up to 8 hours, 10 seats. Then there's business. Oh my God. Wow. So that's expensive. $238.99 a month for Teams. But that's like if you've got like a big business, I guess. But then like business, you have 10 plus seats, 700 plus hours of storage. That's just crazy. Like, I am totally fine with the free, because you can have 6 people on screen. You've got 20 hours a month. The StreamYard logo. So like if you look, you see the duck in the upper upper corner up there. Yeah. It says powered by StreamYard up there with the duck. Yeah. You can't get rid of that. StreamYard, yeah, your StreamYards, yeah. Kids, yeah. Youngsters can definitely help you out. But yeah, all I did was I just jumped into the deep end and going based on what I've seen on other YouTube channels that use StreamYard. And but there are cheaper platforms than StreamYard, because you look at the price and like they have literally doubled their price recently. And this other one that Lorna introduced, it's EVMUX. Now this one is much more fun. It's much more fun. Like Lorna just recently paid for the basic. Now, of course, this is Canadian. I'm pretty sure this is Canadian. Billed annually. So $19 a month. Hers is a little bit more or a little bit less. I think she said it's like $12. But you get all of these different things. But okay, so there is in the free yeah, in the free it's got a logo up in the corner too as well. It's this little logo here. And yeah. You wouldn't know what to talk about? I never know what to talk about either. I just start blah, 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 blah. You could talk about all the fibbing that, well, Zoom. Okay, Lola, I just see that you asked about Zoom. Yeah. Well, Zoom, you could still do Zoom, but for Zoom, you have to give out like um a code for anybody that wants to watch. And I think I really don't know. I've never actually just sat and watched Zoom. I've always like participated, and you can only have so many people watch for like the free version, and you need a code in order to get in. And I really don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. This is just my knowledge. Um, and like guessing. I guess a lot. So don't take my word. Don't take my word on every. Don't believe don't believe everything I say, because I don't. I don't believe everything I say because I have a crappy memory. I have a squirrel brain, so I don't always remember. And this, I really need more light here. Just found a stray drill way over here, and I'm guessing it's from this one. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, me and my squirrel brain. See, I never know what to talk about. Rami always has fun things to talk about on her live streams. But yeah, if yeah, I've noticed that the people who use OBS, if that's what you use, Rami, if you use OBS, I think that's like, oh, you believe everything. So you believe that Lola's little and she can fit in my back pocket? Don't piss me off, or I'll throw a little Lola at you. Yes, I know I'm being silly. Oh, you don't know what OBS is? Hi, Dari. Hello, Dari. Welcome, 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 Dari. Welcome. OBS, not just a river. It's not just a river in Egypt. OBS is a program for live streaming. It's what Jill uses. And I think OBS, you can only, you can't have other people join in. I don't know. I only know like the basic minimum of how to use StreamYard. Yeah. But I know you don't have to have an account to use StreamYard if someone sends you a link. If you go on to, like, say I send you a link, you can join in my video, you can join in my live stream without actually having an account to StreamYard. But if you're gonna live stream yourself, then yeah, you need an account. Because the first time I used StreamYard, I joined Star's live stream. There was Star and Sherry and I think Sherry Lynn. No, Miss Southern Belle. Yeah, it was Miss Southern Belle. those three. And I joined in. And yeah, didn't have StreamYard at the time. So it was my first time ever using StreamYard. And like to share, like I could have included their live stream, like I can't remember the terminology, but I could have shared my streaming on my channel from their live stream in order to get the watch hours, but only if I was actually paying for live stream for StreamYard. If I was paying for StreamYard, then I could have done that, and I could have gotten the watch hours from live streaming. I think, if you know what I'm saying, hopefully. Hey, Dari, I've been watching your videos, watching them and liking them. I haven't been commenting on them because I'm just like watching and doing my own stuff, but I am watching. So I'm giving you the thumbs up and giving you the watch hours. And unfortunately, I haven't seen Ramie's video of her storage system yet. I was gonna watch it on Thursday, and then, well, it's like, oh, she was live, so then I started watching Ramie's live, and then forgot to go back and watch her video. Forgot to watch your video. I got caught up in watching others, trying to get caught up. Sorry, I just suddenly heard Skeletor in the background. You don't have a dirty mind. You have an active imagination with, what was it again? An active imagination with what?
Adult settings.
With adult settings, that's right. I have an active imagination with adult settings. There we go. That's my excuse. I forgot I sent that to her. She's watching the little videos that I sent her through Facebook Messenger. She sends me stuff through TikTok and is like, well, how often am I on TikTok? Like pretty much never now. I added TikTok so that I could stalk Mushmallow. I stalk Mushy everywhere except for on Twitch. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. See, everywhere but Twitch. I know she live streams video games on Twitch, but I never catch her on Twitch. And now it's like, well, I'm not even on I'm pretty much never on TikTok anymore, and never on Instagram anymore, and I'm very seldom on Facebook. I think I'm only on Facebook like 2 or 3 times a week. Nugget and Howie, you don't watch Mushy on TikTok? Oh. Well, she does her coaster video. She does her coasters on TikTok. You use Instagram as a journal? Oh. I think I just heard an ambulance and it stopped. It went, ooh. Oops. So it stopped nearby, probably at one of the hotels. Possibly at one of the hotels. There's a motel on one side and a hotel on the other side. Well, the hotel, I believe it's a hotel behind Tim Hortons, which is kind of next door. It's kind of next door to the restaurant that's kind of next door. Yeah, the layout here is kind of weird. Yeah, exactly. That's why your watch later list went from 500 to 50. And mine is approaching 400. It grows a little bit every day, no matter how much I watch. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to organize my watch later list. Like you did, Lola. Definitely. I'll have a WTH playlist. That's for everything to do with double. No, I do three. I do my coffee is 3 sugar. From Tim Hortons, it's 3 sugar. Although when I make my coffee at home, it's 5 sugar because it's a bigger cup. It's a really big cup. It's this cup. It is big. It's big. It's basically it's the equivalent of 4 cups. And I'm gonna have to make another cup of coffee here soon. The downside to this cup is it doesn't retain the heat. That's why I drink my coffee as fast as I do, because it cools down pretty quickly and then gets cold really quickly. So I really want my friend to send me my package so I can get my new coffee mug. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remind her of that. Hello, you said you were gonna send it on Wednesday. Really use it. You really use the stuff that's in it. There's cross stitch kits in there. I want my cross stitch kits and my chaos diamond painting. Yeah, but I understand she has health issues, so she doesn't get out much. She lives on a farm. Yeah, but yeah, she's got the coffee. Tim Hortons coffee tumblers are really good. Oh, half your watch later are album books? What? Coffee? You don't like coffee? What's wrong with coffee? Does it make you sick? Or you just don't like it? You don't like the taste? Do you drink tea? I like tea. I could show off all the different teas that I've got. I should actually be drinking them. You have a tea collection? Oh. You don't like chocolate either because it tastes like coffee. Um, we could try Streamlab instead of StreamYard. I don't think I'm gonna be on later, like live, because it's been almost 3 hours now, and I only get 20 hours for free a month on StreamYard. So I usually do only 2 hours. But yeah, I can do well, you know what? Screw it. I'll stay on for a while until you guys are sick of me. Cuz if I go over my 20 hours on StreamYard, I'll just use the other one where you can do 30 hours for free. Yeah. Yeah. Sure, why not? Um I just don't know what color I'm going to do next. Once I'm all done this color, although this color is going to take a little bit longer. Oh, your bed is calling your name. Okay. We'll see you later, Dari. Bye, Dari. And we'll see you later. And wait, okay, yeah. And Lola said, Rami. Sorry, Lola. Rami said she's going to go. Okay. So we'll see you later, Rami. If not on here, then elsewhere. Figure something out. Yeah, I'm getting close to being done with this color. Gotta admit, this is looking pretty cool. Although, you could throw any colors together for a mandala and it's gonna look cool. At least that's how I feel. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's why I love doing mandalas, because, like, I suck at color coordination. At least I've always believed that I suck at color coordination. But honestly, I don't know. We're still working on your fairy event? Yeah. I've been adding your videos to my watch later list, Regina. And yeah, I gotta organize my watch later list. Because all these other videos pop up and then I end up watching those and yours kind of get lost in the background, unfortunately. So I'm gonna organize my watch later list, create a few playlists for for my watch later list. Because there are some YouTube channels that, like, I focus on a lot, because of they're because of the legal stuff that's going on and what have you. And then there's others that, well, I could, like, don't really need to watch it right now. I can watch it at a later date. And then there are some YouTube channels that they only bring out a video like once a week. Others only come out like every so often, like maybe 1 or 2 times a month, depending. So, yeah. And then there's ones that come out like every day and they're like 1, 2, and 3 hour long live streams. And those, of course, take up the most amount of time. So I'm gonna, yeah, I'll do that later. In the meantime, I'm gonna work on this. And then when I get off of here, I'm gonna go back to my cross stitch of my butterfly and cat. Yeah. But yeah, this is what the majority of my days consist of. Diamond painting or cross stitching. And watching YouTube videos. And drinking my coffee. Yep. So if anybody wants to, like, well, distract me from my YouTube videos, they could always call me. Yeah. As long as you're not from Elections Canada or some scammer from Amazon. Yeah, because, yeah, all these phone calls that I've been receiving lately, I answered one of them, and it was that stupid Amazon scam. Trying again. So I just hung up. I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to bother with you this time. There's just no point. Because I'm totally not interested in listening to their crap. Some East Indian trying to convince me that someone's trying to purchase an Apple iPhone from my Amazon account. Because, yeah, I would never do that. And, like, whatever. Anyways. Yeah. Well, I get lots of calls from collections because I owe money to a couple of credit card companies. But, yeah, that's why I can't get a credit card. Because my ex screwed my finances over. And yes, I know I could have just said no, but it's just, it is what it is. And I can't afford to pay them off. I can't afford to give them, I can't even afford to give them like $5 frickin', honestly. Because my bank charges me, they charge me $4 service charges a month, $4 a month. And then if I go over a certain amount of purchase, certain amount of banking transactions in a month, they ding me $1.25 per. So with Wolfie here, I now have a way of circumventing that. Still pay them $4 a month for banking charges, but then I can just e-transfer the majority of my money to her account and then just use her bank card to do all the purchasing. It's either that or I go to the bank and just take all my money out. Fucking free. Yeah. So yeah, that's one way of dealing with it. So we shall see how things go over time. Yeah. Basically, it's just take one day at a time. And Yeah, if you don't like it, go away. If you don't like it, too bad. Go away. So I'm hoping that everybody's having a good Easter weekend. Mine is nice and quiet at home, like usual, like pretty much every day with Wolfie. It's nice and quiet at home. And yeah, actually, I think I'm not going to be on for too much longer because I need to get up and stretch. I need to make something to eat. I need another coffee. I'm one of those people that can actually like have a cup of coffee and then 20 minutes later go to bed. Oh my goodness, and I feel like I could definitely go back to bed. I really didn't want to get up this morning. And I think it's because of the chocolate. I think it might be because of the chocolate. Because we bought wagon wheels at the dollar store the other day. And it's like, welcome back, Lola. So yeah, I think the chocolate is affecting me. Ugh. I'm just gonna blame it on the chocolate. Yeah. Cause yeah, we bought a box of wagon wheels from the dollar store the other day. And normally you'd expect like packages like that would have like an even number of items inside the package because an even number is easier to package, right? Oh no. Apparently the wagon wheels is 9. There's 9 wagon wheels in the package, in the box, in the little box. 9. Yeah. So uh, wagon wheels? It's like graham wafer graham crumbs squished with marshmallow, and then it's coated with chocolate, and it's round like this, and it's like this thick, about this thick, and yeah, they're so good. Wagon wheels. See, wagon wheels. Mmm. See, marshmallow squished between graham wafers, graham crumbs, and all coated with chocolate. So good. Tell Amazon if someone's ordering a phone to send you one too. Well, they're ordering a phone on my account, supposedly. And it's just a scam for them to try and get my information so that they can steal my information. And it's like, yeah, no, thank you. I'm just not even going to bother with listening to scammers try to scam me. But yeah, so because the box of wagon wheels had 9 in it, I let Wolfie have 5 and I had 4. Cause yeah, I'm nice like that. But see, she would turn around and do the same thing to me if I gave her the chance. So yeah, I jumped the gun. I jumped ahead. Oh my goodness. Really? Why can't you pay because you live in Canada? Really? And they accept that excuse? Oh my god. Um, it could be, but you'd think, oh, excuse me, you'd think because I'll have a cup of coffee with 5 sugars in it, that would affect my sleep, but it doesn't. Not like when I've had chocolate. Excuse me, unless it's yeah, no, yeah, no. I had the wagon wheels yesterday. Honestly, I don't know. It might be I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I pay enough attention to everything that I'm doing. But I know excuse me. I sometimes worry about getting diabetes. I do worry about getting diabetes and then having to give myself insulin injections. I wouldn't. Oh, I don't. I would not be able to do it. No, I would not be able to do it. I can't do needles. There's no way I could give myself a needle. No, not at all. So, yeah, no, there's no way I could give myself a needle. With my super sensitive skin, no frickin' way. Oh god. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to get off of here soon. Make myself a cup of coffee, get something to eat, start moving around a little bit, or else I'm gonna end up falling asleep here. That's for darn sure. Yeah, for darn sure. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, I'm done. Shots aren't bad, I promise. Okay, I have an issue with needles. I have super sensitive skin, and poking myself with a needle is uh, traumatizing for me. It is. It's traumatizing for me. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. Um, I did a video recently, cross stitch video recently, where close to the end of the video, I accidentally stabbed myself with the needle. And yeah, you gotta watch that. Well, I really hope I don't get it because that would really suck. Um, I don't eat junk food like I used to. I'm not a big fan of donuts anymore. They kind of trigger me. They're kind of a trigger because my ex-husband is a baker. Yeah. So, in the meantime, I am getting closer and closer to being finished. I need to change my A's. I do, which is this shade of green here. I need to change my A's because I don't have enough. I do not have enough. I do not have enough for the rest of this. So, butterfly needles. Butterfly needles are like very, very fine needles. I even feel those. And just the stress of the needle, just the stress. It's no matter, like, even if I'm like telling myself constantly, it's not going to hurt, it's not going to hurt, it's not going to hurt. It's just the stress. Yeah. I just, okay. Anyways, so I'm going to go. I am gonna go, and I will see you tomorrow in my live stream, hopefully tomorrow. All right. So, Lola, call me. We'll FaceTime. We'll chat. Whatever. All right. Until tomorrow. Bye.